I am Shama Nannapaneni. I'm co-founder of Shiminly, an accredited educational platform that provides life skills to the students all over the world. We are an education company. We are building human skills for the next generation for them to survive in this changing technical world.
Your style and your take on education is very different than typical what you score, what you have secured or ranking, etc. So talk about your educational philosophy.
My education philosophy is nothing but educating the whole child. If the child is a human being, they understand the human nature, how it works out, and if they are good human beings, and they get to be good citizens in the world. On that take, we started our journey building on life skills.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what I think. Being a human, first of all, starts with the journey of being who you are, what you are.
So in your teaching curriculum, like when your focus is basically from kindergarten to 12th grade.
That's correct.
Both here in the USA, in India, in Africa, Asia.
Right.
Your organization is present in all those things. So what are some of the key elements or key parts of your syllabus which you teach the children?
Right. So when we started this curriculum is based on the framework called Real Human Skills Framework. This framework has 4 components to it. One is self-discipline. Second thing is working with others. And the third one is navigating the world and the technology, thinking and implementing the skills. So based on these 4 skills, we developed our entire curriculum, which also consists of 7 core skills. And there are other sub-skills, there are academic skills, and there are also implicit skills that comes into the picture. Our curriculum is developed for about 2 years now. We incorporate all the curriculums in the world, IB, CBSE, and we into American, British, and all the curriculums into the world. And we also cater all over the world. So we take into consideration about Knowledge and Human Development Authority of Dubai. We also consider into Abu Dhabi. We take into Singapore government considerations. So this curriculum is developed based on the entire global frameworks, which is UNESCO, again, and the 21st century skills, coming to World Health Organization, based on the future schools. This is how we develop the entire curriculum. And this curriculum is based about like 1 hour lessons from kindergarten to the 12th grade. And there are about 1 hour lessons. Each 1 hour consists of 1 core skill that we develop.
Now, when did it's called Shiminly, right?
Shiminly. Yes.
And what does it mean?
Shimin means citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal is to raise good citizens in the world. That's the reason we called it as Shimin and Shiminly.
So you are the co-founder and the CEO of this group.
Yes.
And you started which year?
I started in 2021.
2021. So how in the last 5 years the organization has grown? If you can just talk about that.
It is clearly a startup and a challenge for us, because this was never been done by any other companies in the world so far. Probably we are the only first one starting from kindergarten to 12th grade, developing a curriculum based on life skills for the entire 12 years. So our journey started in 2021 by simply just having a discussion with my kids and talking to him, asking about, why the life skills kids who has life skills are very successful in the world, but other than the academic skills. So then we thought about, okay, why don't I start a life skills startup and figure it out? That's the small idea. Started today being a big company right now, an education startup for us. We are operating in 11 countries. We have schools all over the place. Like we started with Kenya, we have in Dubai, we have India, and we have all over the place. We started in 11 countries right now.
So it's a non-profit or for-profit?
It's a for-profit.
For-profit.
For-profit. But the way we do it is, we look at how many children we are impacting rather than the price that we charge them for school. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, this will be your second startup.
Right.
The first one you were involved with your husband, Sigma, right?
Right. My journey started in this country 30 years ago when we both co-founded Sigma Systems Inc. At that time, we were like a staffing services company, professional services. I helped him in doing all the immigration paperwork and everything. We started with all the journey there. And then after 30 years, we went into different phases and we totally became professional services. And I was happy with doing all my executive work and wearing different kinds of hats and everything. But Shiminly is entirely different from where I am coming from. Shiminly is a totally different picture. Here we are trying to accomplish something regarding the children. That's where I feel it's closer to my heart compared to Sigma, where I earned all my administrative functions and everything where I.
So now, so let's stay with the Sigma. So you said you did the immigration paper because your background in the law, right?
Right, that's correct.
So talk about that part of the journey. Where did you do your law degree and?
I did my law degree in India, and after coming here, I went to Fordham, and I finished my master's in law from Fordham. After finishing my master's in law, Fordham, I moved to Boston, Massachusetts, and from there I started with the staffing journey, and that's when.
And also, I read in your bio that you were a national athlete. So tell us about that.
I started playing tennis at the age of 14, professional tennis.
In India?
In India. Luckily, where I am in my town, I had a professional coach who also got trained professionally. So I played tennis for about 10 years. I did all the circuits and I was AP state number 2 for 2 years consecutively.
In Andhra Pradesh?
Andhra Pradesh, yes.
Yes. And why did you give up that interesting sports?
I don't say I gave up it, but it became more sort of an...
in the background.
In the background. With all the... Once you come here, you start concentrating on your career and other stuff. That's why I concentrated more on my career rather than on tennis.
Sure. Yeah. So now we are going to talk about two things which we share in terms of interest and hobbies.
Sure.
The first one is gardening.
Yes.
So you are a passionate gardener, both indoor and outdoor.
Yeah.
Tell us about how did you get into gardening?
Gardening is my passion from the beginning. After coming from India, it's it is like without gardening, I'm not there. So you need to spend time in the garden every day, and I collect different kinds of plants. And gardening is part of my life. That's all I can say.
So what goes through your mind when you are digging your hand in the dirt?
Oh, it's the calmness. It's the calmness that I can sort my brain. I can feel that like I am getting prepared for the next task or whatever I am doing. I can feel like I feel like I'm doing my yoga when I'm doing my gardening.
So the one lesson gardening has taught you?
Grow at your own pace.
What a wonderful lesson that is. Absolutely. We all need that, yes. The second, the thing which we have in common is reading and autobiography. I also enjoy autobiography. Right. Tell us about some of the autobiographies of people who have been really interested in.
So one that comes to my mind is Ratan Tata. So one thing is I read about him a lot. And the more fascinating thing to me is how down to earth he is, how simple person he is, and how much he could accomplish with that simplicity. That really, really fascinates me, coming to Ratan Tata. And I hope with Shiminly we can make more citizens like that.
That's a great idea. Yeah. Good. Yeah, absolutely, sure. Actually, I have a very funny story with Ratan Tata. He used to use Taj Boston Hotel.
Oh, really?
Many years ago. And so one day I had a meeting and I was having a lunch in the lobby. And I saw a man sitting next to me. And I thought, this person looks very familiar. But I couldn't place his name, who this person is. So when I finished my lunch, I just walked to him. And I said, you look very familiar, but I'm not able to place you. he stands up from his chair. He said, "I'm Ratan Tata."
Oh my God.
And then I spent about half an hour sitting down with him and just chit-chatting. And
You're so lucky.
what a great personality
Yes.
he was. So now, how did you get interested in autobiographies?
I always got fascinated by when you talk about a person, who they are, what their background is, where they are coming from. That can be heard. That can be clearly taken only from the autobiographies, rather than somebody talking about you. So that's why that clearly tells me that I need to read more autobiographies. That's where it gives me my passion, how to solve the problems, like how to navigate the life.
No, so I think you raised two questions in one sentence. How to solve the problem and how to navigate the life.
Yeah.
So how do you link these two together? Is it navigating life a different thing than solving a problem, or?
Life is nothing but solving the problems and navigating it. It's while you navigate it, you solve the problems. So you come across a problem, you solve it, and then you go further. That's how you navigate your life.
Yeah. And what about action? I think the Q&A we did with you for our print edition, you talked about the action, that you act only on those things where you think that there is no option but you have to act, or something like that.
Right. I always feel that rather than thinking twice and saying that, oh my God, whether it's going to happen or not, just jump into it, see what you can do, whether you can resolve the issue, figure out a way, and then move on.
So talking about advice, so you have two kids, right?
Yeah.
How old are they? Yeah.
One is 30 and the other one is 35.
And both are
settled in their own life.
Both are boys, or
one girl and one boy.
One girl, boy. So today, if they said, Mom, tell me one advice which we will solve our problem, what will be the one advice you give to them?
Be yourself, authentic.
And why that is important?
When you are yourself, whatever the problems in your life that comes to, you will solve your own problems and you will be responsible for your own problems.
So it seems like that you have really experienced the power of authenticity.
Yeah.
And it is not easy, especially in today's social media world where there's so much distractions, and you can always put a perfect picture of yourself, right? So what are some of the tips you will give about being authentic, how you can be authentic? Not to show the world, but in your own self.
I mean, the values you are raised by. You shouldn't deviate from the values you are raised by. And I always believed in that. My family, my parents gave me certain values. I would never deviate from those values wherever I am.
So can you share some of those values, like what they...
For example, my dad used to tell me all the time that your education will come to you wherever you go, but my money doesn't come with you. So that's one thing that resonates me all the time. Wherever I am today, because of my education, it's not because of the money. So that's one thing. And all the values that they taught me, coming to the heart, believe in something, and when you believe in something, my goal is to see the end of it. That really helped me in Shiminly too.
That you have to complete the task.
Complete the task, do it. You want to pivot yourself in a different direction, you can do that. But when you believe in yourself, you need to make it happen.
So now in this context, like you were taught these values in India at that time when you were growing up there many years ago. Of course, India has changed. The situation of women is really improving, but it's still very long way to go.
Right.
And already you have launched on a mission of educating children. How will you uplift the life of women in India and also in the US? Have you thought about that? Or?
Right, uplifting. See, we have a saying always, saying that if you educate a woman, you educate the entire family.
That's very important.
That's very important. So educating a woman is more important in India. And nowadays, I see India also being very, very advanced by every woman, irrespective of how much education they have some sort of small business running. Nowadays, you see that. So added to that, if you have they have more education, it's going to go to the next level.
Yeah. Now, when you were not working and not thinking about all these things while you were doing your gardening, what you would do, anything else you do to relax yourself or have some fun in life?
Currently, I have a granddaughter who is 8 months old. I'm spending time with her.
Great idea. Sure. Okay.
Time with her. Other than that, most of the time nowadays, I do spend my time on my startup because it's going in different directions, in different places, and we are working with different countries. So
and when you say startup, you mean the Shiminly, right?
Shiminly, yeah. Shiminly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your vision and the long-term goals about that startup?
Our goal is to educate the current generation, not only credentially good, but also genuinely equip them with the human skills so that they will be able to make proper decisions and pivot their life properly in the way they want to, through the school, to college, and to the adult life.
And so far, you have touched how many students so far in all these countries?
Probably more than 30,000 students.
More than 30,000.
30,000 students, yes.
And so if I ask you, that's what I was leaning to is in next, say, 5 years or 10 years sounds too much time for a changing word. But in next 5 years, what will be the real vision of your organization and business?
I want to reach out to many countries as we can so that we can impact many children. I feel that life skills are mandatory to each and every child so that they understand in which direction they are going. So to be good humans, it's very important for them to have it.
Are you also involved in any non-profit groups or community organizations?
Through Shiminly, we are trying to talk with the NGOs so that we can work with the NGOs and
this is non-governmental organizations.
Non-government organizations.
In India or wherever you are.
In India and Africa and other places. That's what we are talking to them right now.
If you would like to meet somebody, spend a couple of hours, person dead or alive, who will you choose?
I will choose the Singapore Prime Minister, Lim Kuan, who is the person that made Singapore put it on the pedestal right now.
First Prime Minister of Singapore.
Yes.
He was the first
Prime Minister of Singapore, yeah.
Okay.
So he ruled for 30 years, but even after 60 years, Singapore is still the very prominent country, the way he moved Singapore, just depending on the people, uniting people, and the way he did it.
Well, it could do also because Singapore is a small country. But again, you have to have a vision.
Yeah. Changing the country is not easy. I mean, when you are struggling to survive with one startup.
So the way I am asking you these questions, what you will ask him?
What would he do in the current situation we are in? Like how would he unite people? That's the question I'll have for me. For him.
I mean, worldwide.
Worldwide, yes.
Because like we're getting very divided.
Yeah, it looks like the world is dividing more compared to before. So how would he unite the world and what would he do in the current situation?
What about what type of food you like? Anything?
I cook. I am a good cook because I cook a lot. And I eat Indian food. And I also, the next best is Italian and Thai food.
Okay. And Indian food, what type of food you like?
I cook authentic South Indian food.
South Indian, okay.
Yeah. Everything South Indian, whatever the Telugu traditions were passed on to me, I still maintain them. My kids love them. And we still cook the same at home. Yeah.
Okay. What about, are you a movie fan or songs or music?
No, I watch movies. I watch any movie that gives me some sort of mental stimulation in the sense like I think about it.
Like inspiring
or anything like that. I like more sort of Malayalam movies. One great movie I saw is Echo. which is a good movie. And recently, Hindi movie I saw Dhurandhar too. Yeah, they're great movies. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, the South Indian movies are, if not better, as good as Bollywood movies. There's a quality, even better than Bollywood movies.
Right.
And the production, the style, and the fans is absolutely.
Right.
What about music?
I'm not a big fan of music, but I will listen to music, but I'm not I do not have any particular music that I'm a fan of. I will like old movie songs.
Old movie songs.
Yeah.
Excellent.